Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gentry build. October last year I think. It was the last time I did any video or update. It's now coming up for the end of towards July 2023 and I haven't done a single thing since October. Primarily because it was winter. Terrible winter we had here, and I didn't really feel like getting out in that kind of weather. Primarily because I didn't want anything to get damp in here, so I left it and I thought, okay, I'll get out in about April, May time. And after about that, the weather's been absolutely horrible, and also I had some personal problems with family, which didn't give me any enthusiasm to come out here to do the car. Now I've got the enthusiasm to come out. It's a lovely warm sunny day out there, so I thought, right, I will come out, I will sweep the garage first. That was just covered in leaves and crap, and so I swept that. So the next job is to take the cover off. God knows what I'm going to find underneath there. I haven't got a clue. I don't even know if the tyres are pumped up. So I'm going to have to take the cover off, inspect it, and then roll it out, sweep underneath the car because there's bound to be leaves and debris from the winter underneath it. Roll it back in and then take it from there. Now, the last thing I wanted to do last year was to start the engine. I never got round to that, primarily because there was a fair bit of work to do on it to get the engine started. I need to purge the oil around the engine again, and just turn it over by hand, crank it. I've got to fit some little plugs in the rocker shaft. I've got to overhaul the carburetors and fit some kind of primitive electronics so I can get the engine going. I've got to get a earth strap from the engine or the gearbox to the chassis. I've got to get that, overhaul kit for the carbs, and a few other little jobs to do before I even attempt to start it. But that's the main goal this year, is to get that engine running. If I can get that engine running, I'll be happy. The body itself is coming on very slowly. The fit of the body is shocking. It really is shocking. So there's a lot of work to do on the body. But anyway, that's all part and part of building a kit car, isn't it? It doesn't bolt together as people think. There's a lot of man hours put into it before it gets perfected, or to how I want it anyway. So that's the stage of the game so far. So sorry about the cars going past. It's time to unveil the car. I haven't a clue what it's going to be like. I haven't a clue. I don't even know if the tyres are pumped up. So let's unravel it and see what it's like. I should think the white walls will be yellow by now, for one thing. But let's give it a go and see what happens. The two front tyres are not flat, so that's a good start. tyre there is okay. And this tyre's okay, so that's 4 tyres okay. That's pretty much how I left it in October. No visible signs of any change, to be honest. I have lowered the front suspension quite a bit, so it's bottoming right out at the moment, so I need to raise that up. It's adjustable shocks on it. So, looks okay. I shall roll this out now and sweep the garage, roll it back in, and then what I want to do is take that whole front end off so I've got access to the engine, and I can work on that then and do what I've been saying. So, I'll shut the camera down now and show you what it's like later. Okay? Bye for now. Okay, so she's out. Tyres are all okay actually. A bit yellowy, but that's no problem. So it's exactly the same as what it was like in October. It's difficult to try and remember what the how far I got up. I remember I fixed the spare wheel on and the boot rack. A lot of work to do there. But the first thing to do is to get that front end off so I can start working on the engine again. But overall, that cover's protected it really well. Very pleased with it. Hardly any dust on it. Got the aero screens on. Windscreen. I'm going to have to sort out some form of stay for these wings. I don't really want them just holding on to the fiberglass side here as support, because that's just going to crack eventually. So I need to fit some metal stays underneath here. But yeah, oh, that's something I've just seen. The radiator's just placed in there, so I'm going to have to sort that out. I think that needs to come up higher. Anyway, all things to be done. Okay, let's crack on. Can't even remember what I've got. That's all the beading for the wings. It's amazing what you forget after a time. Right, let's crack on. Okay? see you in a minute. I'll roll it back in now. Okay, so I've got all the front end off now. So side panels, front wings, radiator and radiator grille. And that kind of opened up then what has happened over the winter, and nothing really, it's just a little bit of rust on the head nuts, etc. Nothing untowards to speak of. And I checked when I swept the garage here, I checked underneath the car, there's not a single drop of oil at the front or the back. So the diff and the engine, at the moment anyway, are not dropping oil. Obviously different case when it's all moving and rotating, but at the moment there's been no leaks over the winter. And when I opened it up, I found all this, which I forgot all about. I found all this, which I'd bought last year, which was to do with the electrics. So I've got a new coil, new distributor, earth leads, and a positive. Noisy motorbike. Yeah, distributor, brand new distributor in there. So there's a fair bit of electrics which I don't actually have to get now because I've already got them. So that's good news. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to nip into Halfords to get a socket, which is 1 13/16 I think, for that nut there, because it's only, not loosely, but it's only just tight, it's not torqued down. So I need to torque that down, plus I want to use that to rotate the actual engine. So that hasn't been rotated since last year. So I want to do that. Take this off, the distributor, get a dummy shaft put down into the oil pump, and then turn that over anti-clockwise to help purge so that will go straight into the oil pump, and then that will purge oil around the engine. So that's the next job for me to do, is to nip to Halfords and get a socket for that nut down there. But hopefully, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I'm just pleased that the tyres have stayed up, especially being wires. They haven't gone down at all, and no oil leaks. So that's brilliant, that's pleased me. So next job, get this engine turned over and see what happens. I've got to find the carburetors. I don't know where I'll put them. Well, they're around somewhere. I'll need to go to Rimmers and get some an overhaul kit for the gaskets, etc., for the SU carbs. So I'll do that this afternoon, I think. So that's about it. I'll see you in a minute once I come back from Halfords, assuming they've got them. Okay, bye for now. Hi everyone, and welcome back. Okay, so I've just got back from Halfords and I've got my new socket, 1 13/16. I only had one left, so I was lucky with that. So I've taken the rocker box cover off because I want to see the valves moving. as long as the engine turns over, that is. So obviously it's going to have to be done by hand. So let's give it a go. Keep my fingers crossed and hope that nothing seized and I don't get any bangs or anything from it as I'm turning. I've taken out 3 of the spark plugs. I've left number 1 in purely because I can't get to the spark plug with the alternator in its current position. And with 1 spark plug, that's fine. I should still be able to turn it over, hopefully. So let's give it a go. I'm nervous. Right, let's go. look at that. At least it's not seized. And I can see the rockers moving up here. So that's brilliant. So all that preparation I did assembling this has paid off. It's coming up to the compression of that number 1. It's not going to be great at the moment. It's a brand new engine. It's got to build the compression up, but it's there. And I need to adjust the, can't remember if I did or not, but I need to go through and check the tappets, see if I've adjusted them correctly. I think I did. But there's some movement in them. Yeah, so I probably did. Good, okay, well at least I can rest tonight knowing that this is not seized. That's brilliant. So it's not seized, it hasn't dropped any oil, so things are looking good. So what I need to do now is to take the distributor out and purge the oil. So I really want to get that done if I can, if not today then tomorrow. And also jack this front up and adjust the front suspension to bring it up, because it's sitting as low as it possibly can go at the moment. Good, okay, right, I think that'll do for today. So at least it's a start, and I can crack on now, get this engine going. That's the main objective for this year anyway, is to get this motor going. If I can get that going, then I can crack on. Okay, so I'll speak to you again with another update as soon as I get one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll be for this engine starting. Okay, bye for now. Bye.